road. I start with a long curved line that will become the center of the path. Then I draw another curved line beside it to form the edges of the road. Right now it just looks like a few random lines on the pavement, but these simple lines will guide the entire illusion. Today I'm going to create something interesting right here on this road. At first, it might look like a strange sketch, but when the drawing is finished, it will look like a real winding path on the street. The first thing I always do is choose the correct viewing angle. Illusion drawings only work when they are seen from a specific perspective. If the angle is wrong, the illusion won't appear the way it should. Next, I extend the curves and let them twist slightly from side to side. This makes the path look like it's going far into the distance. Our eyes naturally interpret narrowing lines as distance, which helps create the illusion of depth. After the outline is complete, I start filling the path with lighter colors. This helps separate the drawing from the normal road surface so the shape of the path becomes more visible. Then I add texture and small details. Without these details the drawing would look flat, but the textures make it feel more natural and realistic. Now comes the most important part of illusion art, shadows. I carefully darken the edges of the path and add deeper shading along the sides. Shadows are what trick the brain into believing the surface has depth. Even though the road is completely flat, the contrast between light and dark areas makes it appear three-dimensional. After that, I refine the edges and smooth out the colors so the drawing looks more natural. Small highlights and soft shadows help bring the illusion to life. From most angles, the drawing still looks stretched and distorted. That's actually normal for illusion art. But when the viewer stands in the correct position, everything suddenly lines up perfectly. And that's when the magic happens. From this angle, the drawing no longer looks like a simple sketch on the road. It looks like a real winding path that continues into the distance. This is the beauty of illusion art. With the right perspective, shadows, and creativity, a simple drawing on the ground can trick the human eye and transform a flat surface into something that looks completely real. Little by little, the flat drawing starts to gain volume. Now that the basic wall structure is complete, now strengthen the shadows underneath it. These shadows are very important because they make it appear as if the wall is standing above the water instead of being drawn directly on the road. I darken the areas closest to the base of the wall and slowly fade the shadows outward. This creates a soft transition that makes the illusion much more convincing. At this stage, I move to the next part of the drawing. Around the base of the wall, I'm going to create the illusion of water. First, I lightly sketch the outline where the water will appear. These lines represent the shape of the water flowing around the wall. Once the outline is ready, I begin applying watercolor. I start with a soft light blue tone and gently spread the color across the area. This becomes the base layer of the water. After that, I begin adding deeper shades of blue. These darker tones represent the deeper parts of the water and help create the illusion of depth. Next, I blend the colors carefully so the transitions look smooth and natural. Water rarely looks like a single color. By mixing different shades of blue, the surface begins to look more realistic. Then I add subtle wave patterns on top of the water. These small curve strokes suggest movement and make the water feel alive. I also add small highlights where light would reflect off the surface. These bright areas help create the illusion of light bouncing off the water. That's completely normal for illusion art. These drawings are intentionally distorted so that they only look correct from a single viewing point. But when the viewer stands in the correct position, everything suddenly lines up perfectly.